Paltrocast.
Aside from having to talk to me, good day for you so far, aside from that moving around as well?
Yeah, man, having a great day. Busy as usual, but yeah, productive day. Like your t-shirt, man. It's pretty sweet.
Thank you. Were you a Kiss fan? Are you a Kiss fan, or just you're peripherally aware? And
All the above.
Oh, okay.
These guys are legends. Yeah, I've been to a few shows. Yeah, big Kiss fan.
Well, we'll come back to that. I mean, we were first connected in the first place to talk about peels. And the thing that has me curious, as somebody who interviews a lot of former NFL players, when I was a kid and at the peak of my NFL interest, a football player was a football player. That was it. Like Refrigerator Perry was an NFL player. End of story. And now we see tons and tons and tons of success stories of people who do their 7 to 12 years in the NFL, and then they find a new career, a new path, and reinvent themselves. So I'm curious, what percentage of the people that love you and Peels and or work around you even know you played football?
You know, I try not to lead with that, Darren. I was more focused on when I was a kid, getting a good education. So I went to Yale. I got recruited by all the big schools. I was a big hockey player, to be honest with you, as a kid. Hockey was my best sport. Ended up going to Yale and playing football and baseball. But yeah, education was a big focus of mine. And then I was fortunate enough to make it in the NFL, and then fortunate enough to survive for 11 years. But I was also lucky enough to really learn from the older guys that said, look, your career is not going to last forever. So you better start preparing sooner than later. And as you know, the average career of an NFL player is less than 3 years. And so, I did a bunch of internships and was very interested in finance. And my brother's been with Merrill Lynch since 1986. So I worked with him a couple summers and did some private equity internships. And look, the transition from being a pro athlete to the real world it's tough. And I don't care how many years you played and how much money you made or didn't make or how much fame you had. It's tough. And luckily I had some skill sets to fall back on and had some interests outside of football that I wanted to pursue. And more importantly, didn't want to, wanted to use my brain in other ways as opposed to getting my brains bashed in. So yeah, it was good. I did the executive programs at Harvard and Wharton in my last 2 years in the league. And really for me, I've been out of school 11 years. And so it was good to get back in the grind. And really, I knew I wanted to get into some kind of finance, but it was great to, meet a bunch of like-minded people, learn as much as I could, and then figure out what I wanted to do with my life. And unfortunately didn't make Tom Brady money, so I had to go to work for a living. And I joined a hedge fund in 2008, which was a crazy time because, the markets were going nuts, obviously. And I didn't even know what an option was. And I was fortunate enough to find a culture that was the closest thing to an NFL locker room. It was, a hedge fund started by a guy, Michael Lurch, who I played football against. He went to Princeton, hired a lot of, ex-athletes that were kind of work hard, play hard type people. And it was great. The culture was great. I dove in, I worked, my butt off. I was a trader for 3 years. And then we bought a professional basketball team in Tokyo. Yeah.
I was going to ask about that. That's incredible that you were bringing NBA style basketball to Japan in, was it 2010?
Yeah, 2010, 2011. Ironically, this was a time where the NBA was threatening to go on strike.
Right.
Our kind of thesis was to take the NBA style of basketball and entertainment and bring it to Tokyo. We had 4 offices in Tokyo, a lot of big banking relationships. And Kobe Bryant's dad was the coach before I got there. I didn't retain him, but I kept him as an advisor. And we built basically an NBA franchise from scratch. It was awesome. We had 4-time NBA head coach and his son, who has now become a very established NBA assistant, and 5 American players. We shipped over 9 former NBA cheerleaders, and it was amazing, man. It was really a great experience. And then unfortunately, about 80% way through our season was that big earthquake and tsunami in 2011. Right. So that put a halt to our season. A couple of the team's infrastructure was wiped out. So we participated in the relief efforts, and then we essentially sold the team. And long story short, we tried to buy the league and weren't successful in doing that. We wanted to build kind of a true developmental league over there in Asia. And there was 2 leagues at the time, a kind of a corporate league, and then this BJ league that we were playing in. So unbelievable experience. Really, to be honest with you, Darren, really got me fired up about sports again. And it was fun for me in an unselfish way. It was fun to be on the other side of the table, if you will, and really kind of learn from all the organizations I played for, and truly take a personal interest in these kids' careers, personally and professionally. And it was a really special time. Unfortunately, that earthquake and tsunami was a pretty traumatic event, but yeah, it was great. And then I came back and launched a big co-invest fund, and we raised a bunch of money, institutional money. And then I was more focused on the private equity venture capital side of our business. So had a couple of CEO roles of companies that we invested in, one of which was a big health and wellness company out of Denver. And that was a dream job for me. It was essentially everything I wish I had in my 11 years in the NFL, this true one-stop shop for all your medical and performance needs, and everybody underneath one roof, all these specialists communicating and collaborating and customizing plans. It was really special. We had, CEOs coming from around the world, and professional athletes, Olympic athletes. We had a couple NBA guys that invested. And so, yeah, it was fun. And then I had an 18-month assignment there. I was commuting every week from LA to Denver. I only had one kid at the time. And then I wanted to, go to the entrepreneurial route. And, look, I've always been obsessed with optimizing my health and performance in the most safe, natural ways. And look, I've been transparent over the last couple of years, and obviously you hear the stories, they were handing out prescription meds like they were Tic Tacs. And so I was very conscious about what I put in my body. I studied the CBD and cannabis space for about a year, and God, tried probably 50 brands in the CBD space. I'm not a cannabis guy, so I was more focused on the CBD, and really knew there needed to be some kind of innovation to make this amazing molecule accessible to more people, and more specifically, its association with THC. And so serendipitously, I met these 3 entrepreneurs that had a relationship with this biotech firm that had this proprietary technology that was deriving CBD not from hemp or cannabis. And so, me, like everybody else, I'm like, how the hell do you get CBD from orange peels? And so I tried the product. I was blown away by the, the purity, the effectiveness, and more importantly, the taste. Like I said, I tried probably 50 CBD oils, and it just, it wasn't the most pleasant experience, getting it down. And
for some people, that would be a very, very pleasant experience. And then others who are trying to find the quality, a not pleasant one. I'm not talking about peels here, but there's one brand that I had that I made a part of my morning routine every day where I was taking it. And I didn't realize all the THC was not removed. And after a while, I realized, so every day you've been functioning not at your best. But not the case with peels. And not only THC free, but pesticide free, non-GMO. You really checked all the boxes there.
Yeah, look, we're trying to lead the category in transparency and in safety and trust, and develop products that people can use safely and reliably. And look, I say this all the time, Darren, but a large percentage of the population has some kind of drug screening for employment and can't take CBD. And so that's a big target demographic of ours. You got my mom, who's 82 years old, who unfortunately been in pain for 35 years. She blames it on me, her 3rd kid, but she thought she was going to get high from rubbing CBD, cream on her knee. Right. So there's a lot of consumer education involved, and our heads of marketing, Denise and Jessica, have been really focused on, getting the right agency partners in here to help us, build the brand awareness, tell, these important educational stories of why CBD, why Peel CBD is, your solution for your wellness journey. And for me, selfishly, look, I played football for 26 years and obviously had my fair share of pain and inflammation and arthritis and sleep problems. And truly, Peels has been my holy grail. And so, we're on a mission to help people and then make CBD accessible to more people by, providing, safe, pure, effective solutions. So it's been fun. And look, it's a lot of work. It's hard work, but we have a great mission and a great team. And, we're excited about the future and certainly excited about Mike's team at Virgo to try to get us some coverage to spread the word.
Right. And also to the credit of Peels, it's not just gummies. It's not just the tinctures. It's not just the energy shot. It's available in all these different varieties. Ultimately, do you see other varieties or ways of packaging the CBD? Okay, so you do.
Yeah, look, I mean, data needs to be the driver behind every decision you make, right? What are consumers looking for? How are they looking for it? Where are they looking for it? And then you got to make science-based decisions, right? On what products are the most bioavailable, what delivery methods are the most bioavailable. I'll give you an example. Gummies, are not the most bioavailable delivery method, but consumers want them. They're discreet, they're convenient. I see people popping gummies all day long, and our gummies are really amazing. They taste like an orange creamsicle, and exceptional packaging. But yeah, you gotta always have your pulse on the data and what consumers are looking for. And then, we have a really impressive innovation pipeline of products we want to bring to market and reasons why, and in reality, Darren, we just have so many opportunities to enter channels and markets that our competitors cannot because of our no association with hemp or cannabis. And so we're focused not only here domestically, but also in international markets as well. And one in particular is Japan. I live there and I know, you cannot go anywhere near cannabis there. And so
Paul McCartney learned the hard way in the 1970s with that one.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we're excited about our products. We're, like I said, our mission is to make CBD accessible to more people. We're positioning ourselves as a premium brand, but competitively priced. And really it's all about the consumer experience. And you'll see that in our packaging. We built the brand to stand out, with our unique orange Pantone, and it really stands out in retail, et cetera. But also your products need to stand out. They need to work, products need to be effective. And so we're very focused with our R&D team on what ingredients we put in our products. And really at the end of the day, you're trying to meet consumers of where they're at, right? So what are consumers taking every day and how do you incorporate CBD into that routine? And it's hard to introduce new habits to people. So we're constantly looking at, what consumers are using for their daily wellness ritual and how do we incorporate CBD into that mix, if you will.
Well, down to the last 2 or 3 questions here. Some brands are just kind of founded on the idea of, well, this celebrity likes it and that athlete likes it and that's that. But have any players or people that we know gone, hey, Chris, tell the world that I love Peels? Or is that the next time I interview you, we go into the brand ambassadors?
Yeah, so we can get into it next time for sure. But if you saw our Instagram, we had a dear friend of mine who's a Peels investor and a celebrity endorse our gummies. And look, you see a lot of brands out there align themselves with celebrities and ambassadors, and sometimes it's authentic and sometimes it's not. And we really take pride in building a community of people that love our products, and our products have had a positive impact in their life. And so, yeah, we got some athletes that are not only ambassadors but investors. We got celebrities that are investors and ambassadors, and then people in the health and wellness space, and really kind of surrounding yourself with people that could be good mouthpieces for the brand. Because look, it's the challenge with CBD, as you probably can imagine, is marketing and advertising, with the regulations is tough. And so, we have such a key point of difference here. And so, but we need to really tell the story. And that's what these agency partners will help us do. But yeah, look, it's, these celebrities can really move the needle, but again, it's got to be authentic. It's got to be real, and it's got to be presented in the right way. So our marketing gals, Denise and Jessica, are really focused on that. And we're proud of what we built. We got a lot of work to do to get the word out there. We're going to be in about 4,500 doors before year end, which is exciting, and really build our D2C business, and more importantly, like really build a community and help people. And like I said, it's not only former meathead athletes like me, but it's people like my mom who just I don't want toxic prescription medications in her body, and so we've literally got her off all prescription meds. She takes the oil twice a day. She uses our gummies throughout the day, and then she takes our night oil at night. So for me, that's the most kind of rewarding thing for me, to see these stories. And my team thinks I'm nuts. I take service calls and customer service calls a couple hours a week, and I'm on the phone with these consumers and asking them how Peels has impacted their life, and whether it's someone that's gone through addiction problems, or a pilot from United that's in pain but scared to take other CBD brands but feels safe with our brand for obvious reasons. So really we're excited about the future, and we got a really supportive group of investors and a supportive board, and like I said, great partners to help us spread the word.
Last thing I want to know before I let you go here is what I mentioned before about the olden days, where just a football player was a football player and that's it. In that era, when a celebrity would be arrested because they found a joint on them or something like that, that would be career-ending headline jokes for 4 months. And nowadays it's nothing. It's like, so where's the news story? And I'm curious, in the case of you and CBD, when you first started to notice the stigma to be gone, or at least minimal, and that people were accepting of CBD as a medical solution and a wonderful product that wasn't just for people looking to unwind at a party.
Yeah, look, it's come a long way, right? And if you look at what's going on in the world, alcoholism is a major problem, right? Putting alcohol in your body is very toxic, and there's a huge problem with opiates and pain medications and sleep medications. So luckily, people are really starting to open up their eyes to better for you solutions. And look, we are steering clear of THC, but there are some good uses for THC. People with cancer, people with big issues as you get older and bedridden. But for us, we're proud of where things are going, where consumers and even regulatory bodies are opening their minds to better for you solutions. And look, CBD is obviously very different than THC in that there's no hallucinogenic properties. It's and we're taking it a step further by making sure that our process is clean. There, we mentioned before, no pesticides, no toxins. We don't use any class 1 or 2 solvents. And for us, sustainability and environmental impact are huge priorities of ours. And so that's from the type of packaging we want to use to, like I said, our ingredients that we're putting in our products and the process of how we're making our CBD. So I'm excited about the future. CBD has just amazing benefits, and we're only scratching the surface of the research. And there's other minor cannabinoids as well, CBN, CBG, which there's a lot of research out there, and we have access to those minor cannabinoids as well. And at the end of the day, we're in this to help people. It's a moving target, if you will, right? With CBD regulation and even, cannabis regulation. But I think things are moving in the right direction. In the sports world, they're loosening their call it policies, right? Major League Baseball came out and said that CBD companies can sponsor, Major League Baseball. We're going to see that in other leagues, I assume. In golf, I've been talking to the PGA Tour. There's a couple ambassadors of other CBD brands like Bubba Watson and Ricky Fowler and Billy Horschel. And so I think that's a good way to open up people's eyes. Like, look, these athletes are extremely focused on their performance, and And CBD is certainly a good tool to have in your toolkit to help with, I think from pain and inflammation, stress and anxiety, and sleep problems. And as you know, those are big issues in today's society. And so we're conscious about coming up with the best, most natural, safe solutions for people. And like I said, to really help people in a positive way. So it's exciting.
Well, congratulations on not just having the great idea, but getting it off the ground and 4,000 plus stores by the end of the year. So looking forward to everything that's to come from you and team, Chris.
Thank you so much, Darren. A pleasure to meet you.
Paltrocast.